everybody, and welcome to another show. Now, I finally got it right, and I've got no viewers. How nice is that? Anyway, for those that don't know me, I am Chantal Miranda, and I am a psychic medium. I'm a spiritual counselor, so I do. When I say spiritual counselor, start again. For those that don't understand how that is, it's usually when I mix or when I do mediumship. And we start connecting with those who have crossed over, who are somehow connected to you. With counselling, what I actually do, and I am a qualified counsellor, I actually put it together. So once we do mediumship and we talk about the person that has come through, there is a better understanding for you as well. There is how can I explain it? There is a more soothing connection. So once we have the reading and you understand who we're talking about and what the reading and its purpose is for, you're left, and I make sure that you're left okay with that. So you don't walk away without not understanding what's going on. Now, I also have a YouTube, and my YouTube channel is Chantal Miranda, Psychic Medium. You can always go there and visit other guests that I've had from last year to now. Which they're all having different spiritual connections. We all do different things in some ways or another. And we all talk about our spiritual journey. So it's more of an educational program that I design to do for those who are in the same path and can't or aren't understanding properly what's happening. Understanding some of the people that I have had on this on my podcast, you might simulate with them. You might sort of feel like you're in that journey. And that's why I leave the contact of the people that you want to, who you saw and it's connected to you, for you to go and visit their website or Facebook and maybe make some kind of contact with them if you need a reading or further information. So that's the purpose of this podcast, is more of an educational. And sometimes you might get here and then someone giving you a little reading. Now I'm just going to see if this is going on. What's going on here? It's been a weird kind of a week this week. My computer hasn't been working very well. My internet's been very slow. I'm getting messages really late, like about 2 days late. So that's why I'm messaging people 2 days prior to when they send it, and it looks like I'm not really reading it or I'm not paying attention, but I am. So I do apologize in advance if you have sent me a message or have tried to make a booking and I don't reply back. It's just my phone's playing up, my computer's playing up. There is something going on. Okay, so just a quick little housekeeping. Tomorrow's the 24th, okay? That's Saturday. How exciting. I'm going to be working at Chameleon New Age Salon. They have got, it's called the Spirit Fest. So it's not going to be your normal day for those who are living or know the Gold Coast area. And if you're not, if you're traveling and you're visiting, go to the Gold Coast and go and visit us at Chameleon New Age Salon. They're based in Surfers Paradise Boulevard at Surfers Paradise. It starts at 9:15, I think, and it goes all day. I think until 3 or 4. It depends. It depends on how busy we're going to get. And it's going to be fantastic. There's going to be different stores. There's going to be people selling jewelry. There's going to be obviously crystals, clothes, books, everything you name it that's got to do within the spiritual world. It's going to be there. There's going to be readers, tarot readers. There's going to be massage. There's going to be free yoga. There's going to be meditation. There's going to be a lot of all that happening. So, and I remember there's someone that's doing tie coloring tops and things like that. So if you're really into all that, some people call it hippie, but whatever suits you. I mean, here I am wearing these go sage yourself top. But they sell all these amazing things, and I'll be there selling my candles that I have made with my own little vessel, which is made out of cement. So then you can recycle that cement and put your plant in there, and I call it the money plant because there's quite a few, and I learned all this in Japan, and it's all got to do with health, wealth, and prosperity. So you've got your lucky coin in there, and you also have your money crystals, coins, and everything in there. So once the candle starts burning, it liquefies, it goes all the way down because it's soy. I only use natural products. So once that's done, leave the coin in there. You can take the crystals with you, put your little soil there and put your money tree and see the abundance happening. I know that it's happened to me. Anyway, today's guest, I have got the most amazing, beautiful lady that I'm going to let her actually come and introduce herself. Now, I know this lady when I was traveling with Connie Gold with the Australian Psychic Expo, and she's just amazing. The way she works is communicating with you, and through drawings, she connects with your higher spirit, and that's how she makes the readings, or that's how she does readings. It is fantastic. I have had a reading with her. I have had my drawings with her, and I still have my drawings, which is wonderful. And then Wanda explains to you what that warrior, what that angel, what that animal guidance is, and what it represents for you. So it's just another way of connecting with spirit. It's just amazing. Now, Wanda lives at the Gold Coast, but she also travels around. She does workshops. I think she's got one coming at the Redlands, but I'll let her tell you more about it. So please put your hands together for beautiful Wanda. Where is she? There she is.
Hello, Chantal. Lovely to see you again.
I know, it's been years.
It has, and we've worked together for quite a while with Connie and John.
Yeah. Connie Gold and her husband have put up an amazing event, travel around the outback where no one else goes, and I believe a lot of people are looking forward in seeing this happen again. They ring me and they say, when are you guys coming back to Townsville? I'm like, I don't know, go ask Connie whenever she's ready. Yeah.
That's right, yes. Sorry?
How have you been?
I've been pretty good. I've been pretty busy, and I do some expos still, not so much with Connie. Connie's she's retired and doing all the wonderful things. But I've been travelling a little bit as well, also with my workshop. So I'm going to Bundaberg very soon, and to Wanda. I've just come back from Cairns, and I've got a couple. Yeah, wonderful up there, lovely people. And everyone remembers me from, when we did the expos up there as well. Yeah. So they're quite happy to do the workshops with me. So I'm quite busy in that way, and also doing private work as well, artwork, as well as drawing people's guides for them through I post them out to them, and they get a phone reading as well. So I do that as well. So
wow,
a number of things. Yeah.
That's wonderful to know. Now, Wanda, for those people that don't know you, I'm just going to ask you a few little questions. So what brings you here? What started all this, and how did you get connected? Tell us a bit about you.
Well, that's right. I mean, when I started working with people, I didn't know anybody else that did it. And so it was just something that I came into. But I have to explain that I had a very unusual childhood. And as a very small child, I was able to see things. And I remember experiencing, because in England we had like what they call an attic. And that's out my bedroom, and I was in a cot. I remember the colour of the cot, and I remember floating above the bed, above the cot, and seeing colours and energy, and I could hear the sound of the golden energy as I was raising above the bed. And I didn't know about astral travelling or anything like that. I must have been a baby. So I had a lot of experiences where feeling energies and vibrations until I went to school. So that started me off with a lot of understanding and seeing spirits and energies. And I was telling my mother, and my mother used to say, she's up with the fairies again, and that's what she used to say. Because I used to be drawing all the time. My mother said I had a pencil in my hand since I was 2 years old. I was always sketching and drawing as a child. And so I have been encouraged. My father was an artist as well as a musician, but with his art, he did encourage me to paint. So that helped me a lot. And as I moved along with it and painted and drew and saw spirits, I used to draw these people and energies. I didn't know who they were, and it didn't matter to me, and I didn't find their name or anything as a child. And it wasn't until much later in life that I realized that certain things were happening, and I would be at school, I would be drawing something, and people would say, "Who's that?" And I would say, "I don't know." And then I remember I was on the phone in the old days where you had to sit down somewhere because the phone was attached to the wall.
Yes,
You couldn't
yes.
move very far. And I used to doodle, as I'm on the phone. And I actually doodled something. And after the phone call, I had a look, and it was, I turned it upside down, and it was an angel with a sword. And I thought, who the hell is this, And it was
Hang on.
Archangel Michael.
You were on the phone.
Yeah,
You're just doodling around, not knowing what you're doing.
yeah.
You turn it around, and there's a person there that literally is holding us. And how old
Yes.
are you?
And I didn't know that as attached to that person. I didn't know who it was. It had wings, and it had very strong soldier with a big sword. And it wasn't very big, but because I didn't know what I was drawing until I turned it upside down. So I saw it, and I thought, oh, I'll have a look. And I found it was Archangel Michael. And so I didn't say anything at the time, but I found that other times that one person said to me, "Wow, you've just drawn my guide." And I said, your guide? She said, "Yes." I said, "Oh, okay, that's what I must be doing all this time, doing these different drawings. It's like a scribble, and it comes out through the unconscious soul level." And I want to explore more about it. And so as an artist, I was just drawing anyway, but I went to university to study. I wanted to study spirit, but what I did, I studied psychology, hoping that would lead me to something. However, psychology did help me, but it didn't go all the way to explain about the soul and the deeper part of the self. So I still explored, and I studied overseas. So I've got lots of different studies that I've done in the past. But really, it is about just trusting. And so I started working with Arthur from the Positive Shop in Mooloolaba many years ago. You're probably too young to even know about this. I'm so old, I know about this.
Sorry, I probably was. Wow.
And then I started working with Gary Wiseman, and then John Gold, and then their son Daniel, and then Connie. So I've been working in that field for quite a while, but it all stemmed from trusting in what was coming from the subconscious mind. They call it drawing from the right side of the brain, working with soul paintings and things. So I already was an artist. So I also exhibited my work, and I used to sell all my paintings in the old days and in oil. And I love painting. And so I had a vehicle to carry this energy to work through. So it was... it just followed on from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you get really exhausted after a while, like after you do all the paintings? I wouldn't say a while, just say in general. So you've gone to...
Look, Connie, we used to sit there from morning till night, and even when I wasn't busy, I was drawing. So I drew at school, at university. I remember I was drawing through when the professor was talking, and there was a big crowd, like 100 people in the auditorium there, and he stopped the lecture and he walked over to me and he said, "And what is Wanda doing?" Like that. And I thought, "Oh, I'm going to get into trouble."
Yeah.
But anyway, he picked it up, and he said, "What is this?" And I thought, "Oh, just a bit of scribble." And he picked it up, he turned it again upside down, and it was because they were lecturing on the brain. And what I drawn with the brain, all the aspects of the brain. I didn't even know that I did it. And
upside down, so you paint and you draw, and if you turn it upside down, you can see what it is.
well, that's what happened. I had he was very happy about it, but at school the nuns used to get, they didn't want me to do things like that. They wanted me to pay attention.
Catholic school too. Yes, they keep us aside.
Yeah. So I think it's just I've always been interested and had knowledge from somewhere. Like at school, I used to know answers to questions that I don't know how I knew them. Nobody else in the class knew the answer, but I always seemed to know the answer. And I just feel I have been guided for a long time. I have healed myself through with the Archangel Raphael through pain, and I had a bad back and I couldn't get onto a massage table to get healing or anything like that. And it was a week I worked with Archangel Raphael, and I've never seen a chiropractor again. It was, and I can jump on a table anytime. Yeah.
So and
I'm running now, so it's good. Sorry?
When you called up upon Archangel Michael, do you think he healed you, or do you think it was that faith that you had, that trust?
I think it's both. I think it's both. I believe that there are things that we don't understand fully. And we're multi-dimensional beings, and we've only explored like third dimensional, fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional. What we haven't explored is many other dimensions, and which means that if we trust that something's going to happen, we make that happen. It's like manifesting. If we think negatively, we draw that energy to us. And if we focus on a pain, we can reduce the pain and heal the pain through our thought, but through a deeper part of our consciousness and awareness. And I feel that comes from another dimension, another level that we can tune into. That was Sarah Neal.
Watching
I don't know. She's probably wanting to watch it. I don't know if she might not watch it or what. She's probably wanting to watch it, I suppose. But sorry about that. Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah. So it is about trusting in other things. I find that meditation is a very good tool to use. It does help me to get through lots of things in life, especially like when I'm drawing. I feel very relaxed in it, like another world. I just hop into another world, so I never get tired doing my artwork. And as a teenager, I used to paint through the night, so it didn't bother me to wake up in the morning. Sort of
paintings that you do, is that like an holistic kind of painting, or do you have something in particular that you draw to?
Never. Like if I'm not doing somebody's portrait, like if I'm doing someone's portrait, then I take photographs and do sketches of them. But otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to draw. I just have a feeling, and I start drawing. And so all my goddess paintings that I've done, which is 72 of them, they've all come from inside of me, from my soul level. I haven't actually copied anything. It's from my own awareness I've brought them through. And when I start to draw or paint, it just comes into being. And I've sold those paintings, but they're not people's guides. They're just paintings, but the ones I've drawn for people, now people say to me, am I actually drawing what I'm seeing around the person? And I say, no, I'm not, because I'm not focusing on what I'm drawing with the chalk pastels. I'm allowing it to come through. It's like an automatic thing. It's like it's happening without my control or my thought form. So it's allowing it to be.
That's so beautiful.
It took me a long while to learn to let go and allow it to be, let it be. And this is like people that come to my workshops. It's helping them to let it be, to allow it to happen in the way it's meant to, without control of the situation, controlling or thinking about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, whether it's good or bad, whether what color you're going to use, and all those kinds of things. So you have to train your mind to do that, because the mind doesn't just take a backseat.
Factor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. That I know that I remember seeing you always drawing, and I just thought that was you were busy working, but I didn't realize it was the quiet time that you just couldn't control but to draw. That's just amazing. And is it just human beings that you draw? Do you draw animals?
Yes, I did quite a few different things, Chantal. Like I have drawn many different angels, but also different masters as well. There's a lot of native energies that are around. The natives are very connected with the earth and very grounding. And so there's a lot of different native warriors and healers and shaman energies that I've drawn, as well as goddess energies. Also animals as well. So each one of these ones, like for instance, the animal, I did a horse, a female horse, a mare, and she had beautiful flowing mane and things like that. However, that was for the lady, and it came with a reading, so it was symbolic. So it's the same as the wolf was a symbol for another person, to do with guidance and protection and knowledge and awareness. So all through my life, for like 30 years ago, I knew about different animals and how they protect us and how they work with us and what gift that they bring to us as well. You know, it's like the owls like to do with seeing through the night, also to do with wisdom as well. So there's, each one of these, I had a drum that I painted many, many years ago, again about 30-something years ago, from a real Indian from America, that I bought the drum from him, and I painted a white eagle, and that was my totem animal as well. So now I have other totem animals and spirits that work with me too. So we have to understand, if I could, okay, we don't have to understand, but in my understanding, everything is symbolic. So if it is a native warrior woman, say, what means that person that connects with that person is helping that person to embrace their own strength and power at that time. But that's what they need. That's what they're ready to work with at the moment. So it's all very symbolic, everything that I do. So once I have done the drawing, I see how it connects with that person.
And then you do that reading to connect it, like to confirm, or not to confirm, to give a clear reading and the meaning. Is that what you mean? Or
yes, in the readings. And I find that when I use, and you probably do too, but I use cards just as a guide. You know, and you can, the cards are actually saying the same thing as what I've just said, giving confirmation of that, giving confirmation of what the drawing is as well. So all these are symbolic of our own empowerment within ourselves, and so each spirit that's there, that is working with us. So sometimes when I'm drawing, I don't know if it's a male or female, but what I do, I work through feeling and allow them to choose which one comes through. Sometimes there's a male and then it changes into a female. So it means that both male and female are wanting to come through at the time. So, yeah. And also with my work, the people in my workshop as well, sometimes they're drawing maybe 3 different faces that can come out. And so they need to work with one that they think is right as well.
So if they're seeing the three faces, they can't put three faces on the one body. They just concentrate on which one's stronger, or
No, well, what they do, they choose which one that feels right for them to bring out, and the other ones disappear. So sometimes I have drawn myself. I've drawn more than one guide on one page as well. So and both of them have come out. Yeah, but usually it's only one, and I talk about the other one that was going to come through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to make them feel like, look, we haven't forgotten you. We know you're there. We acknowledge you. But on this occasion, I'm going to use Jenny, not John.
Yeah. Well, there's also, which I haven't mentioned yet, is the because I believe that angels are beings that have already evolved to their own particular status of being, and that they're on a different dimension. There's many different levels of angels, many different dimensions where they come from, but also that they are extraterrestrial because they don't really live on our Earth plane, how I see it. But there's also other beings that come from other star systems as well, other dimensions. And I have seen some of these beings. I've seen lots of UFOs, and in the past, very extraordinary sightings.
Was
And
it in Australia, or was it when you travelled?
well, this is before I did all that, before I worked with Connie.
Yeah.
I used to go out every night, and I had a book, and I wrote down the elevation and the pathway and the trajectory and the lightness. Because sometimes they stop, sometimes they zigzag, sometimes they go around in a circle, sometimes they blink. So there's all different kinds that were there at the time, and so I did see amazing phenomena where lights went into it, like what I called a mothership in those days. And of course now it's mothership in Star Trek, but it was one big round light on the horizon, and all the other stars, little tiny ones, went into it, and it went on for about maybe 2 or 3 hours at that time.
Wow.
1977.
77. Wow.
Yeah.
I would have been, what, 5, 6, 7 years old or something.
I know, darling. I'm 80, so that I've had many experiences.
Fantastic for 80. I bet I look like you when I'm 80, I tell you. You look amazing.
Well,
you know,
so
even though you say that it was that age, I mean, that year, I was in South America, as you probably remember, I'm not sure, but I was born in South America, Chile, Santiago. But I've lived here all my life. That's why I've got a bit of an accent, and it stayed with me. My mum's German, but I remember being young in South America. There is so much, because of the Andes, the mountains, there is so much activity going on there, but no one makes a big deal about it. It's kind of a norm thing. But people do freak out still. And I remember being young, one day, seeing something just hover like that. And then went.
It goes very fast.
We were all I was young. We were all playing outside our house because my parents live in it's like a condominium, so everybody knows each other, but it's got gates. So do you know what I mean? No strangers come in.
Yeah.
And we all just kind of stood still in time and kept playing. And I'm like, I tell my sister, do you remember that, Paul? She said, no. And I go, come on, I wasn't crazy.
It's amazing. Yeah.
She was with me. And we all went, and then it went, and it was like a still moment. Boom. And then we all just kept going with whatever we were doing. And this is at night. And this was back then, it was more safe to be outside than what it is now. But that was a very, 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 it was a very long time.
And it really is, something is happening there. And I do draw extraterrestrial beings, or I call them light beings, for people as their guidance as well. I feel, I don't know why, but I feel a very deep connection with them. And under hypnosis, I had because I've also studied hypnosis, but somebody took me into hypnosis myself, and I went to visit another place. Now, this is like perhaps the astral plane that I visited, and I saw that, I don't know if I need to talk about it here, but I saw a lot of children, and I was helping the new hybrid children on the planet at that time. Yeah.
And what year was that?
That was a bit later than that. So it was. I went to uni in '80, so it would have been in the '90s, early '90s, and the hypnotist actually saw something. I felt my whole body changed into. What I felt was like I put my finger out like that, and my finger was really long, and under hypnosis, that's what I remember. And he said he saw that. He saw like a being come through, and their finger was really long. So,
wow.
Yeah, so I must have become one with a being or something like that.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
And how did you feel later when you remember? Did you feel exhausted later? Was it?
No, it was just a very light energy, and I had no fear or anything like that. I see them in my room at night when I wake up in the middle of the night, and I see these different beings, and I don't know who they are. I talk to them like mental telepathy. I just say, "Who are you? What's your name?" Yeah, and sometimes I don't seem to get a message. I've seen children. I saw my father, and I also saw other beings as well. So, that come to visit me.
It's a beautiful feeling when you don't fear. It actually gives you comfort. For me, it's a warmth.
Yeah.
There was a time that I'll share a quick little story with you that I was with Dan upstairs, and I just felt so much energy down here where I work in my office. I don't know, my little space where I do my readings and I have clients that come. And all downstairs, I felt so many people.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, they're all different era, back in the cowboy style. I see them back in the 70s. I see them in the 1580s. And so I went on for it, 1950s. But then he started feeling it, because when you are in his position, he's with someone that I've done mediumship for a while, ever since I was little. I'm very connected. He's starting to feel the same, and he understands what I'm talking about. The following day, I got a phone call from a funeral place offering me a job if I wanted to work in it. So I feel that that's probably what it had to do with it. And I went, maybe that was what all the people that were waiting, they knew that.
Oh, right.
People were going to call me and ask if I wanted a job there. It was more to arrange and be a presenter thing. I left it at that, but it was how you were saying. I talked to them, telepath. Hi, you need to get out of my way.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping now. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So I sometimes leave them there because, like you feel them, and you feel like the energy. Of course, it's not them physically, the energy. And then they're there, and you telepath, like, you need to let me sleep because I have to get up early. And they go.
Yeah. So there's many different things are happening at the moment as well. So, the universe is so vast and so wide and so big that we just can't comprehend it. And I always believe that we're far greater than what we believe. And it's once we have that attitude in mind, that we know that we are far greater than what that we're showing or expressing, or that we're aware of, that we move forward into that. And this is where we're going to. It's not just self-actualized, but evolving. We're meant to be evolving into a spirit a super being, and we've got all the abilities, in our consciousness, in our brain. We've got so much of it that's not being used or utilized to its fullest extent. And I believe that we've been guided and helped to move into a higher sort of understanding and knowing. Then maybe we'll have some peace somewhere on the planet, somewhere along the line. We'll have some peace instead of all these wars.
This planet, Wanda, my beliefs are no. Probably when we cross over. I think that we're here to learn. I think that we're here. This is our school.
Yes, that's true. Absolutely. Yes.
I think we do our own piece. Like you said, we just stay away from negative things and just stay positive. And it's
but it's our energy. If the people that when we are positive, we are putting out that vibration on the earth. So we are helping the earth, people on the earth.
100%. And we need a better, stable, soothing life as well. Now, Wanda, my darling, I believe you're going to have some courses coming up soon. I put one up in the presentation. Can you talk to us about that? What time?
Yes. Well, I've got the details now. I've just finished one with Sarah, but that was the one on the Gold Coast. But I have another one, two other ones. One is in Redland Bay. Well, one is in Redland Bay, and that's on the 2nd of July on a Sunday, and it's from 10 to 4. So I fill up the day a lot. So we'll be doing more than one drawing. People will learn about doing drawings from their soul level to do with their inner child, to do with their wounding, their pain, but also their gifts and their awareness that's been brought out. So I help them to have a look at that, their drawings that they do. Also, we'll be drawing a past life, our own goddess, high vibrational or higher self energy, a guide that is with us as well. So I help people. I show them how I do it, and this is just how I do it. I don't know how other people do it, and I've, it's like a scribble to start off with, an unconscious scribble, and then you see forms in it, and you start to bring out those forms, and you use feelings instead of thought. You learn to use your intuition instead of thinking or working it out. I've got to do a pink face because we've got pink skin. Nobody's got pink skin. We've got blues and greens and yellow in our skin, And so I start off with purples and reds and greens, and it comes out looking like ordinary skin because by the time I work with it, it develops into that. So I'm going to teach people how to do that. So those people that show their photo, a photo of their drawings, they did those drawings themselves. So all very individual. They've chosen from their own soul energy what comes through, whether it's their higher self or a guide. So this is the one in that's in Redland Bay, in Aqua Crescent, Redland Bay.
I'm going to enroll myself for that one because I live in Cleveland. Well, Ormiston.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's not far.
I'm from Cleveland. I cross the road and I'm in Cleveland. Yeah, and that's I'm in the Redlands.
Yeah, so we've got a few people. So if anybody wants to, they need to book in very soon. That's in a couple of weeks.
What days did you say for that one?
It's July the 2nd.
July the 2nd. And that day
that's a Sunday.
Okay, perfect.
Because I try to have it on Sunday so the husband look after the children.
I've got no children. I'm a grandmother, and I'm about to be a grandmother again.
Good girl.
Yes, my next grandson.
I'm going to be a great grandmother next the 25th. When's that? The 25th of June, which is next Sunday. Is it Sunday or Monday? I'm going to be a great grandmother. That's wonderful.
The 25th of June is on Sunday this week coming.
Wow, how cool is that?
That's amazing. And my other daughter is due any time now. She's about to pop. She's 36
Oh, weeks, beautiful.
3 kilos, but she's just at that stage that I don't want it anymore. I don't want to be pregnant. And
well, you remember what it was like,
Oh, I know. I went for those long walks, and then I had hot baths, and then I had full meals, and boop, it worked. But I still spent 12 hours in labour. So, yeah.
Okay, well, you weren't one of those ladies that went, the village people that went out into the fields and just squatted down when it was time and picking
I know,
berries
we
and
do.
things.
Look at us. We've got the privilege to read. We've got the privilege to have the gas, and we've got the privilege for all these things.
Yeah. Now, I just want to. Sorry, darling. I was just going to say, I just wanted to mention the other one is in Toowoomba. Anybody that wants to go to Toowoomba, there's one on the 9th of July as well.
With the 2nd of July, what are the costs for your courses?
Okay, now I'm still, they were 150 for the day. I've brought them down to 120 at the moment. That includes all art material, paper, cut plastic sleeves and everything, all intuition.
Yeah, and everything you're teaching
everything.
That's priceless.
So, and that's 6 hours as well. That's from 10 to 4.
They can go to your Facebook and click onto your
Facebook
and get all the way. They can make payments. Is it payments on the day? Is it? Do you
know
all that? They can find that out. Okay, let me just put that up for the
people. Just send me that they want to go into whichever one they want to, and I send them my bank details.
So that's your Facebook there, right? Just Wanda.
Yeah.
Is it Shipton?
Wanda Shipton. And there is a deposit of $50 or the whole amount, whichever,
So for all those who are listening and future listeners, because sometimes, Wanda, we don't have a lot of viewers right now, but they go later and they watch it, and they think we're still on air, and they ask questions, and I'm like, that was last night's show. But they do. They go on later, or they go on. So I'm glad you've put that out there, so people who are and will be watching later on, just go and visit Wanda's Facebook. It's scrolling right down now at the moment. That's her Facebook, and that's going to have dates and times and cost and so on, where she's going to be and be doing her workshops. Now, she does travel around Australia, so keep an eye where she will land next. I mean, she's just come back from, where was it, Cairns?
From Cairns, yeah. It was very successful, yeah.
Then she goes to Toowoomba. She's traveling a lot. That's good. And I haven't been doing any traveling whatsoever. I do want to go to Darwin, though. Well, actually,
that would be wonderful. I'll go with you. If you want to go to Darwin, we can share.
Let's do it. Let's go Darwin.
I'll do a workshop one day. You can do one. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I did go to the Whit Sundays, and I did a live platform mediumship there.
Oh, wonderful.
That was amazing. I'm going back next year, and then I'll go and do every little island. So I'm going to be an island girl for a bit, doing mediumship.
Oh, wonderful. Have a lovely holiday there too.
No, we should go to Darwin and do a thing there.
Yeah. Look, the other thing is, Chantal, I also do, I don't do personal one-to-one at home. I do it at the expos, but I do a 30-minute reading on the phone, and then I post their guide with information of who it is, what their name is, and what their messages are. And so everything included with the postage and the drawing and the reading is 120 as well. So I've got that happening too. Yeah.
For those who didn't hear that properly, because you did freeze for a bit, I'll just explain that. Now, Wanda also does phone readings. And during that phone reading, she will do your drawing and she will mail it to you. And it only costs $120, which is, I mean, that is amazing. She will draw your guidance, your angel, what comes through, including your reading. And she can do that over the phone. You don't do Zoom or you know how some people like Zoom or FaceTime?
Yes. I haven't actually done that, Chantal. I usually just do by the phone. We work at a time that's good for both of us. I can do it any time, weekends, whatever. It just takes a couple of days after that when they will receive it.
Okay,
through the mail.
Readings over the phone. It'll take give it 7 days. I mean, that's business days for Wanda to mail what's come through. All that includes the postage, the envelope, and obviously her wonderful reading. Now, you can get more information if you visit her Facebook page, which it's scrolling right down here. And if you do want to make a booking with Wanda, I actually had a lady who said and knew that you were going to be on today. I can't remember her name, but she said, "Oh my God, I love Wanda. She's done a couple of readings for me and my drawings." Oh, awesome. I have to send you that. I'm going to send you that little what she wrote because it's a good
lovely.
Really nice, yeah. So go to Wanda's Facebook page and you will see there all her details. So if you want to have a phone reading, just send her a message and say, "Hello, I'm interested in a phone reading," and start from there. Wanda normally you've got to respect Wanda. She's 80. Look how great she looks. I mean, she's a golden girl. Yeah?
You've got to work at it, you know.
Sorry?
You've got to work at it. It's to do with attitude. It's not about the number of how many years you live, but how old you feel.
100%. And I'm not going to brag or anything, but I'm 50 and I'm turning 51 this year.
Wow. It's amazing.
People say,
you know,
and you're right. I don't act it and I don't feel it.
Yeah, gone are the days like I'm going back, you know, about 30, 40 years ago where when people got the age of 60, they had the permed grey hair. So you look a lot different and wrinkles.
and rocking on the chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, that's for rocking chair. Knitting. Yeah.
Great grandchildren. Oh, please. Okay, here I've got some. Oh, hi, Nita. Nita's in Sydney. She says that, hang on.
Oh, that's my granddaughter, is it?
No, this is Nita. This is our viewer that we've got at the moment. She said, "Looking fantastic for 80. Wow." She does, doesn't she? I'm just getting rid of some trolls here at the moment. Yeah. Okay.
That looks like I can't see, it's very small, but it looks like my granddaughter.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Nita Shipton, it should be. It's not Shipton, is it? No.
No. She's
a different lady.
She also views, because I also work for Psychic TV. And Nita's well known in Psychic TV with Harry T.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's one of our viewers. When I do readings with Harry T as well, Nita's there, which is lovely. And I hope one day she's going to come live and join. I think she was going to. There was something about that anyway. Oh,
that's lovely. Yes.
Do you have any pictures there that you have at all to show us?
I sent you some pictures before. A lot of them I've actually sold, but
that's fine.
I've got this one here, but I don't know how I'm going to show it. This is one of my latest ones that I've been painting. And I'm going to get up. God bless me. And I'm going to, I don't know, can you see?
No, you can get the painting.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, can you see anything? I've lost you.
Something.
Okay. I'll just go back. I don't know if I can. That's one that's there.
I can't see that. Yeah. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I don't know if I'm showing it the right way, but she is a native Aboriginal drawing. This one is where I have been to Darwin, with Connie and things like that. But also I have been working up there, and I took a photograph of one of the ladies that came in, one of the Aboriginal ladies, and I said, "Can I do a portrait of you?" So that was a portrait. I've done a little bit different. Her hair's a little bit different, but I didn't get her name, so I couldn't send it to her. So, but that's like a big painting I want.
For you, Wanda. You know how we believe in that. She came for that bit. You did what you had to do, and it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, Nita, it's beautiful. So she's just written here, Nita. Oh, wow. That is very beautiful. It is beautiful, the paintings.
Okay, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Anything else that you think that you can share with us for viewers to know?
Well, the only thing I'd like to finish with is the reason why I'm doing it. My whole journey is to help people to become more empowered and to believe in themselves, to trust their intuition. So a lot of it's not just to do with the drawing, but also to do with the guidance as well. And sometimes I'm saying things I don't even know what I'm saying. It just comes out. But it is about empowering people, and that's why I do the workshops because and help people because I love doing it, and also I just want to share and help people to become stronger and believe in themselves. So yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, because it does mean a lot when we're in our most vulnerable times. And I mean, these
Yeah,
days, with COVID kicking in, I know that's history now. However, it's affected. I still see people that are affected by it
yeah,
mentally.
yeah,
And going
yeah,
to workshops like yours, it's really sort of shifting that moment that they're experiencing the everyday world to somewhere where they don't know exist, which is your subconscious. And
yes, yeah,
allowing things just to happen without you controlling it. And once they find that, they see the great divine of what it is to live in harmony and not overworry
yeah,
about things that you can't control, because that's what's killing us, trying to be control freaks. You can control what you're going
yeah.
to eat, you can control what you're going to wear, or the color hair.
That's right.
You can
There- There's
control
a,
some things.
there's a lot of things I feel that are impinging on our energy around us to do with the media, but also the energy around us as well, that doubts and fears of how we're living at the moment. But we can move through this, and this is the thing, it's not just to come to the lowest common denominator or the lowest energy, it's to work with bringing in the positive energy. This will help to do with stress and will help us to become stronger in ourselves. I mean, I had a lot of things happen to me a couple of years ago, like with COVID, but also I had my son died, and that wasn't really very good for me. So I went into like a depression, and I was able to come out of it through putting on doing meditation and putting subliminal positive thoughts, because I needed to change the way I was thinking, because as well I had to go through the mourning period, but as well, but also
Yeah.
I needed to come into uh, come away from the depression. Depression is also physical. It's a hormone in our brain that causes us to become depressed when our thinking isn't right, wasn't in tune with spirit. So again, I think meditation is a very good tool to use to help us to do this. And we need to believe we can change and believe that we can move out of the depression as well.
100%. And guys, if that's what you're feeling at the moment, and you're going through some kind of depressed or really feeling down, sometimes just paint it out. I do candles. You
Yeah,
guys
that's
can
right.
paint it out. Do you
Yeah.
remember all the candles I made when I went to Darwin? I sold them all. That was funny. But painting, art,
Yes.
and here you are teaching and helping people through that. Guys, give Wanda a call, get in contact. Let's meet and do a course with Wanda. I reckon she will do so much healing that we don't even know we need it until you have it done. And you think, wow, I didn't realize how depressed I was, how down I was, how doubtful I was, until you come out and do these paintings, drawings. All right, my darling.
Oh, thank you so much, Chantal.
Darling, thank you so much for joining me today. We'll chat later on. So I'm going to put you backstage, and you're welcome to just go out and go to bed. I know I
Okay.
am.
Well, thank you. And thank you everyone for listening as well. Thank you.
All right, darling.
Okay.
Take care. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you very much for joining us. The few people that did, thank you very much. Now, next week, I'll be having a numerologist. If you're into numbers and understanding what they mean, connecting one from the other, this lady's amazing. And won't say who she is until you guys logged in. You'll probably know who she is. Now, just letting you know, tomorrow I'll be at the Gold Coast at Chameleon New Age Salon. They've got the Spirit Fest. So it's like a little mini market, but indoor. They're going to have so many things up for sale: jewelry, clothes, readings, books, tarot cards, crystals, candles, plants, you name it. I'll be there from 9 till 3. And then later on at 2:45, I'll be doing live mediumship reading. So if you are at the Gold Coast, Brisbane, anywhere around here, just get your car and drive. It'll be a good weekend out for you guys and the family. All right, guys, take care. Good night. God bless. Ciao for now. And thank you for joining us. Bye, everyone. Thank you.